let's just create this. So I'm just creating a circle, and I'm just going to add a couple of circles here. And now I'm going to select all of them. This is really the key point. Just go over here and make certain use objects on path. Now this could be in a different position depending on your tool panel. Once you've done that, go over here and click here. And now they're added to this design. You can see they're added around this path. And what I can do, I can change the spacing, and you can see then spacing changes there. But what you can also do with this is, I'm just going to remove this panel and just push this over here. I can double click on this design. This object can be modified in countless ways. So double click and now select this one. Well, what you can do, you can hold down the Alt Option key and you can drag and it duplicates, and straight away it's added into this curve, this path. So I can do that again. Let's just drag and another one's created, another one's created. So you can just rapidly see 5, 6, 7, you can just keep repeating this over and over again and create all kinds of unique designs, which can be edited live. But also what you can do is you can go to this one and maybe decide with this one, I'm going to change the colour. So I'm just going to go with, say, pink. And then I can hold down the Alt Option key and drag and duplicate that. And you can see now it's added there, added again. And so now we've got a different design. Also what you can do is you can resize this. So you might decide, I want that one to be a lot bigger. Now it forces it straight away back onto that curve. Well, what you can do, and I'm just going to resize this, but make it a bit thinner. Hold down the Alt Option key again and just drag. And now you've got this. And again, you can repeat this. Now you can at any point just select those other ones and just delete them. So just go to the delete key. So select and delete, select and delete. So you can change design very quickly. So again, select this one, hold down the Alt Option key and drag, and it will create it again. And so on. You can actually create literally millions of designs. Now you'll notice it's always adjacent to this one. You can't drag it and just put it down there. It doesn't seem to allow that, but it will just keep adding additional designs. And as mentioned, you can go to this one, delete it, select that one, delete that. So you can radically change the design. And with that, get rid of all those. Well, what you can also do is you can then go and maybe add additional effects to them. So you can go and select all of them. So go here, hold down the shift, and you can select that one, select that one, select that one. You can go around the whole lot. Let's just go around every single one. I'll probably miss one, but say I've got all those selected. I think I've missed that one. Yep, I have. What I can then do is effects, and I can go for, say, stylize, maybe drop shadow. Let's just go for it. There's a lot of other options. You could go for 3D, etc. So drop shadow. And now drop shadow is added to all those. But if I go to one of these, I'm just going to select that one, hold down the Alt Option key, and now because they're all selected, they're all created. So you get even more intense. And you could, of course, repeat that. So let's hold down the Alt Option key again. Depending on how many are selected, you get more, and so on. So it's really super easy to create quite an intense design with this approach. And at any point, you decide, oh, I've gone far enough. I can always go up here and I can then come out and I've got this design now. And of course, I can then tweak it in countless more ways simply by going to this one and double clicking. So double clicking, and I'm in here again, and I can modify, say, the individual ones, these ones. So maybe make that one. So if you've got one a random design, something like that, then I'm going to drag that out, and maybe this one. I can change the colours of them again. Let's say any colour. Go for yellow, say. Maybe that one. And drag that out. And it just creates a far more random design. Don't have to have it completely symmetrical all the way around. And that one and that one. Okay, so I've got that design now. And I can do exactly the same as before. Hold down the Alt Option key and drag. And that will be added in. Actually, that one does actually seem to skip. Weird, for some weird reason. But what you get a result like this. And at this point, I can now come out. Also, I think it's like weird thing with this. Say you decide, oh, I've got a circle here. I can add a circle. While I'm in this, I can add another shape. So I'm just going to add a shape anywhere. I'm just going to add it there in the center. And what it does, it bounces out. It says, right, we're in this object. Everything must be around this curve. So anything you put in the center, or if I put it over here, say, there, straight away, it puts it there. And again, I can go and select one of those ones. And then I can go and create another one. So let's just create another one there, and it will puts it over there. Okay, seems to have a slight unusualness the way it does it, but still, what you can do again, if you don't want those, you can always press the delete key, again select them and remove them, and click that one and remove. Now you can go out, so go all the way out, and you've got your lovely flower design created very quickly in Illustrator. What you can also do now is you can go here, and with this you can see now you've got this tool object on path. Objects on path has been used to create this, and you can see all these dots all the way around. And what that means is you can move them around. So you can just say select that one and drag it so you can put it somewhere else. You might want it further down. Maybe this blue one you want to be up there. So like a clock, you could sort of have a clock face, so you can move it around like that. And maybe go to this one. And again, as long as you select that little dot there, that's what moves it. So again, you can reposition it there. And of course, you could have used numbers in this. You could have 1, 2, 3 as a clock face to have that design. And again, you select that one and move it down there. So you got that. And what you can also do, of course, is with the move tool here selected, or selection tool, I should say, in Illustrator, hold down the Alt or Option key and drag. You've got duplication of the whole object now, and you can resize this. So let's just resize this like that. Just quickly resize it, place it on top there, and you can see now you've got that sort of design. Now you can rotate the whole thing. You don't have to do that. And also you can still modify the spacing. You can also modify the angles. You can create some, and again, you can go here. So you can just drag this around. So you can create different designs from the one that's on the bottom. So again, just position that to get maybe different sizes, different shapes, to create some truly unique flower designs like that. But even more, so I'm just going back to this one, just singular one here. What you can do is you've got a rotation feature. So let's just move this out of the way. You can use this option here, but there's also an interactive as well that will rotate these so that you can see now. If I rotate, it doesn't do it instantaneously, but you can see an outline there and release. Then you get that. Or you can go that way and drag it around like that. You can also go over here and you can modify here. So you can go for 240. You can also click here. So I'm just going to, now these are quite awkward to select. I have to say, sometimes it takes a few seconds to select it. It doesn't seem to want to select it, but you can change the origin point for that rotation. But again, because of the way it's done here, it's very small and very fiddly. But you can still, let's say, rotate these and tweak these and create all kinds of different shapes and designs, flower designs or whatever in Adobe Illustrator. Now this again can be modified more and more simply by, again, double clicking into this and editing the individual parts. So if you don't want this design, you can then sort of maybe apply wave effects. Any kinds of effects can be then used on all these. Another option is that you could start with symbols. So if you've got symbols, that's in Window and Symbols. You can make all these designs, maybe this design, one symbol, this design, another symbol, and so on, and build up a very complex design, which you can then modify at any point by just changing the symbols over here, just by double clicking the symbol and editing that design. But this is how you can create some interesting flower-like designs in Illustrator. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. A like or dislike, always appreciated. Bye.